Good morning, my butterflies. How's your morning started? Mine has started okay. Don't feel too well, but all that would change tomorrow. Maybe this afternoon. I'm really wanting to go this afternoon. Let's go in and go ahead and get it done over with. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay there. Like I said, it depends on my speed. So, usually, I mean, as long as I'm not around it and, around people that, don't care and just, wants to feed it to me. Like, it's, just want my money and, really honestly don't care. As long as I'm not around that, I think I can maintain my sobriety. But like I told my counselor, I think in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to get out of Lenore. So I did put my application in for an apartment down in Morganton. Restart there. I really want to go a little bit farther than that, because I do have family that lives in Morganton that does get pain medicine, and I do associate with them on that. But most of the time, they're sold out by the time I ask anything. So, I mean, I don't know. I have family that lives in Morganton, Hickory. Boone is world's worst for drugs. I mean, there's like everywhere called this ACU. I mean, college town. And, one of the most popular parts. And I only live like 15 minutes away from Appalachian State University. So, I'll be able to take that 15-minute drive, and it's, But, I really want to move out of state. I'm really, I have been looking up, how long it would take me to get to, Mexico or, Los Angeles. Maybe one of the wine countries in California. Maybe, somewhere where my family don't live. I mean, I got family around the globe, guys, and I'm trying not to, be around family, because it's time for me to be independent. I have 4 kids. It's time for me to become independent and not depend upon my father and put that much pressure on him. Because I am 33, I will be 34 this year in November. So, it's time for me to basically grow up and become a woman, a real woman, and get a job and take care of the kids I brought into this world, the kids I made. Even though, they takes two to tangle, their fathers don't care. Their father's not in their life. I mean, most of the time, fathers don't give a damn half the time. I mean, my father, is the only father I have ever known that I raised kids that ain't his, because biologically, I'm his only child. Only child. The other 3 are not his biologically. But the thing is, they are his because he signed the birth certificate. He was there whenever they was born. So, it takes a man to do that. If I could find a man like my daddy, that'd be awesome. In which I did, guys. His name was Eric Jones. He did 5 years in prison for taking the blame for something he didn't do. Something that was not his fault. And he took the blame for it, in order to keep them from getting in trouble. So he did those 5 years. He'd be home in July, and he still calls me and writes me and everything. After the way I try, I would treat him so damn bad, guys, from the way I was treated. And he's still stuck by me. Since 2012, I believe, maybe 2013, I was pregnant with my 6-year-old. And my 6-year-old was his heart. And when I got pregnant with my son, we thought it was his, because I only had a one-night stand with Brent, with my, this one guy I was in a relationship with, Brent, for 4 years, and I only had a one-night stand with him, which resulted in him being the father of my son. But, it's like Eric said, he's the daddy of all my kids. He don't care who their biological father is. Them are his kids. just like I'm his girl. And he's going to do whatever. He just don't want to put up with the cheating. He really don't want me working. He wants to work. He wants me to stay home, take care of the kids, take care of the house. And he has always done that. When we was together, I had breakfast in bed every morning. I didn't have to worry about my kid. He got my kids up, got them dressed, took them places, you know. He made sure we had food. He made sure I had my drugs because I wouldn't be so ill. You know, he made sure of all this. Despite, you know, them kids not being his, and despite, you know, everything. Despite the hell I put him through, he was still there. And that's true love. That is true love, guys. He acts just like my daddy. He does. He acts just like my dad. And I think, found a man that truly loves me. And I'm going to try to love back. I'm going to ask him to teach me how to do that. Because the relationships I have been in, I thought I loved these guys. You know, I gave them my all. And they broke me. They broke me so bad. To the point where love was not even, you know, something I would speak of anymore. I couldn't stand that word. Unless it was to my kids, you know, that's unconditional. Or my family. But as far as a relationship, I couldn't stand that word. That was one word I hated with so much passion. Because of the fact that when I was 15, I met Shane. And I was with him till I was 21. And I thought I loved that man to death. I gave him my heart, soul, body, everything. I gave him everything. I was there for him. When he was locked up, I took my baby girl, who was 16 now. I would take her all the way to Wilkes County, to wherever he was locked up at, to see him, and we would just go, you know, for him to get out, not even tell us he got out, and you know, cheat on me all the time and do this and do that because, you know, he smoked crack. And didn't even tell me that until, you know, we were so far in the relationship, I didn't even know, you know, So I was with him for almost 8 years. And then, you know, I finally got the guts to leave him. But I went from worse to way worser. I went to Brenton. Excuse me, guys. Which was, I stayed with him for 4 years. I did. And that was abuse. That was the most abusive relationship. I was beat on, put down. It was crazy. He was the one that really, really, truly broke me. I was so broken. I think, you know, I was already doing drugs when I turned 20. And then when I got with him, I believe my drug use got even worse. Because he would buy me big old bags full. We're calling my M&Ms. Just sitting right there. Every time he come pick me up, they were mine. He kept me so drugged up to the point where I couldn't fight him back. I couldn't. There was no way, you know. But that's done over. That's in the past, guys. But like I said, I think that's a lot to do with a lot of my drug use. And I was also raped before I got with right before I got with Brenton by this guy. I'm not gonna mention no names. And that was the beginning of my drug use. I remember after that, the next day, I asked my mom. My mom was getting prescribed Vicodin then for her pain, and you know, my back was really hurting. It was hurting so bad from where I was pushed up against the car, on the inside of the car, you know, from where, you know, the pressure of it, from being raped. And I asked my mom, you know, I told her I was crying. Yeah, I said, my back hurts, you know. Mom said, here, take one of these. And she said it will help with your pain. And that's all it took, because it gave me that happy feeling, that no worry feeling. I was able to talk to my mom about what happened, and, you know, it just felt, you know. And then, you know, 1 a day went to 2 a day. Then I said I went to 5 a day. Then, you know, you get the picture, right? Kept going on up. I did have a job. I did get a job as a preschool teacher at that time. I worked with my aunt, I did, at Lenore, it was called Lenore Preschool.
I guess we do make a pretty good team.
Pardon me. I worked in the 3 to 12-month-old room. I did, worked with the babies. They praised me on my job. They did. They loved the way I was able, did with my babies, but they just didn't know I was doing pills. Every time I take a break, I would go outside. My mama gave me her bottle of pills. She just gave them to me so I wouldn't, be drug seeking. She just gave them to me. She did, and on my break, I would go out there, take a pill, and that's how I was so good with my babies. I was very much loved there. I did such a great job. Parents loved me and everything. This one little girl in particular, her name was Autumn. She got really attached to me. She did. That was my girl. She got so attached to me. And my aunt used to be so mean to kids. I don't know why she was even in daycare. I don't understand that. But yeah, she was so mean to kids, and she seen that she was so attached to me. And I remember one day she took her in her room with her, and then brought her back in, and she had like this little red spot on her face, and it scared the hell out of me. Excuse me, it scared the hell out of me, guys, because I did not know what to tell her mom, because her mom was going to ask what happened to her face. It scared the hell out of me. So, whenever her mom came and picked her up, Miss Candy came in and talked to her. And I'm just standing back here because I kind of had an inkling at what happened. Because they were mean to kids back there. They were mean to them. And I had an inkling at what happened. And that day was my last day. I did not go back because they were not about to get me in no trouble for child abuse, because I would never hurt a child in my life. So then, when my 6-year-old was born, I got a job at Case Farms. Worst job ever. Good pay, but you slaved for your pay. And you slaved hard for your pay. So I got a job at Case Farms, working from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. Was supposed to, guys. But from the time I started, we worked from 11 p.m. until 9 a.m. the following day. Every day we did. And I'll be so freaking tired. My hands got so freaking numb. And I couldn't even feel them. It took me a month to get the feeling back in my hands. It did. My first paycheck looked awesome. It did. I was able to take my child to the fair, both of them, get her ears pierced. I was able to do whatever. And at that time, I was still doing pills. This time I was on Adderall and on Adderall and pain pills. As y'all know, Adderall is amphetamine. If you don't got ADHD or ADD, it's going to do the opposite. It's going to make you very, very hyper and very no. So, at one point, I was addicted to Adderall. Very, very, very bad. Because this is whenever I lived with my cousin my cousin Michael. I lived with him. And, I remember, it got so bad to the point where I covered up mirrors in the apartment, because I did not want to see myself. Because I went from 156 or 46 pounds down to 110 soaking wet in less than a month, like 3 weeks. I stayed up constantly. Just popping Adderall, popping. No, blah, 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 blah. Breaking the capsules open, eating it, I was so addicted to it. I remember I stayed up for weeks on end, and finally my body just broke down. And my cousin sit by my bedside at all times. He would, to make sure I was okay, because I scared the hell out of him, because he did not know, because I was asleep for like 2-3 days straight, because from where I had been up like for 3-4 weeks, straight. So one time when I woke up, he said that I woke up so angry because I wanted another Adderall. I wanted it. He said I was so angry that I fought him from the top of the steps all the way down. He said he had never seen somebody so damn strong. He said I was like Superman. We fell down the steps and I just jumped up and he was still laying there. I don't remember that because, like I said, I was on, still was not clear-minded. So, he said he was sore. And, so he's got his wife, Erica, who got me calmed down, took me for a ride. We went to her mom and dad's house. She ran me a bath in the garden bathtub, which I loved. I loved it, I did. And at the same time, we happened to look up under her dad's cabinet, and we found some pain pills, some oxycodone, some Percocets, which he had just left over. So she was like, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take some, and you're going to go ahead and take. She gave me 2. She said, go ahead and take you 2. And here's just some more, I'm going to put some back, and now I'm going to take some with us, and blah, blah, blah. And I took 2, I went and took a good bath, and, tried to be sneaky. I tried to sneak back up under the cabinet. I said, but she had to take the bottle out. And so, it's all good, though. At least they try to help me, And, I was addicted to Adderall for the longest, but I actually cut that addiction out myself. Yay for me. It was not that hard to do. It wasn't. It wasn't that hard to do. The hardest drug is pain pills. I am not going to lie. Pain pills is a bitch. Pain pills is a devil. They're a devil in a pill form. Even when I was taking the Adderall, I was still doing the pain pills, or I would sell the pain pills to get the Adderall, but I would still make sure my mama sent me enough to where I would have some and be able to sell some. So, that's what it was. I have tried cocaine. I never once got addicted to it. I tried meth and never got addicted to it because it was never my kind of high. The only drug I have not tried is crack. I don't know why, but I never had the desire to. My work, is gabapentin and pain pills now. Gabapentins, they're called the new Johnnies or the new Oxy. It's just crazy, guys. It's just getting outrageous. It's time to get help. Oh, yeah. Yesterday, let me tell you, my brother tried to say I took his shit. I mean, he is always starting with me for no reason at all. I mean, like he's jealous or something. I'm nobody to be jealous of. But he come hollering, everybody's jealous of him. But you are the one starting with everybody. I wonder who got the jealous tendency there. Your name never came out of my mouth. My name came out of your mouth all the time. I mean, it's crazy. He always said he did get me jumped back in August. Yes, I will say, hands down, I lost that fight because I was jumped by 3 girls. And then he's starting to get me jumped again, and not walking away from it. But I bet you, with God's will, I will walk away even if he doesn't. So, with that being said, I don't know what kind of brothers I got, what kind of brother I got. I could say because my other brother's he's cool. My sister is pretty cool. This brother right here, he needs some fucking help. Bad. He does. And I don't know if he's ever going to go get it or what. But God don't like ugliness, and that's probably, God forbid me for saying this if I am wrong, but that is probably why he ended up having seizures from the way he treated my mama, because he didn't start having them after the death of her mom. And he would treat our mom like a piece of crap. He would cuss her and everything. I mean, and now he treats me the same way. But I'm going to surprise him and let him know that I'm not your dang carpet to walk on. I'm not no mat to run over. I'm going to surprise them. They think I can't fight. They think I'm going to let them run over me. But I like to let people think that because that's my favorite part. Because once I start throwing my hands, I'm not going to let go. You know, and he already knows I busted him in his nose before, and I bust him in it again. No problem. But, anyway, guys, this is actually the longest video I have made. My butterflies. God, y'all making it so much easier for me to open up about everything in my life. Oh my God, did I tell y'all about me and my stupid ass locking my keys in the house yesterday? Yes, guys, I had to break into my own house to get my keys. Luckily, my cousin Larry was walking down the road. He said something, and his conscience told him to walk down here because something was wrong. And sure enough, my crazy ass was trying to get in my house. I had locked my keys in my house. It was crazy, guys. I was trying the credit card thing with the door. I never broke in nothing, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So luckily there was a loose window at my daughter. My daughter's window was loose. So, needless to say, we got in and got my keys. God, I'm telling you, I am world's worst at locking my keys up in the car, locking my keys up in the house, or losing them. I am the world's worst about it. Ask my dad. He'll tell you. Alright, guys. Have a awesome morning. Blessed morning. Remember, put God first. Pray to Him every morning, because prayers will be answered. You ask for it and you shall receive. Alright, butterflies. I love y'all. Mwah.